So now I got 5 of these little servo testers here for about $9, so I think that was a decent value. And they got some instructions there of what this does on the back. But in any case, we have over here, it says 4.8 to 6 volts that we can use. I'm just going to use the supply pins. I'm not going to worry about the signal pin, and I don't even know how you would use the signal there because this provides the signal. So in any case, we got 5 volts. Don't even know how much current we're going to have to use, so I got 1.5 amps maximum there, and that's going to power the breadboard power supply. Otherwise, we're going to take these DuPont connectors right there and plug them in. So this is just like a little cardboard covering it, but I'm not going to take it off because those LEDs probably aren't labeled, but they are labeled there even though they're not showing up very well. So yeah, we got that, and it's male on the other end so that I can plug it into the breadboard as you see there. And we're going to do the same thing with the red one for positive, which is our middle pin right there. So now these servos that I bought come already wired up with the DuPont connectors right there. The brown is for ground, red is for positive supply, and then orange is for the signal. So I don't know how well that's going to show up on here, but yeah, you can see S for signal down here, plus, and then minus for that one. Now there's 9 pins there. We can plug in 3 servos if we want. I'm going to try to go into the middle one, and that's not working out. I was trying to look through the camera. There we go. I'm going to just look in person. So yeah, I got some pins on top up there, and then some pins on the bottom. There's also an arrow. It's kind of hard to see on here for like pointing that way. But in any case, I can't see that arrow right now. So now we got the tester plugged in, and or not plugged in, but the servo plugged into the tester. Now we're going to plug into the breadboard. So I already showed that we got 5 volts at the power supply, and there we go. And this lights up. Now, when I didn't have enough current, these started flashing. You know, I believe unless you really know you got something wired up right to make sure you limit current. So I didn't know how much I was going to have to limit current, but when it was low, all of these were flashing. But doesn't seem to be doing that now. But you can see we're hitting CC. So you don't ever want to hit CC unless you know, you made a mistake, and then you know, it was asking for more current than you deemed was safe to begin with. So I'm just guessing 1.5 amps is safe. If I short circuit something, we'll get higher. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I turn the little knob, and this is the range of motion that I got right there. And of course this is turning the other way, but maybe it's intended for pointing that way for some reason. There we go. And so yeah, now I can kind of line them up a bit, you know. But the main thing is we turn the trim pot, and then the servo turns. So this is giving signals. It's providing power through here. You could power it other ways, but you got the signal as well, and which has to be connected to the power supply. But what it's doing is giving pulses. It's giving pulses. I can't remember how many times a second, but the pulses can get longer or shorter, and that's what actually determines the position here. So it's getting non-stop pulses, but it's the length of the pulses that determines where it goes. So now we're kind of steady state, and it's holding still. You're going to see it's not super hard. There is it's not super easy, but it's also not super hard. It's actually fairly hard right there for me to move it. You can see current go up while it's trying to go back into position, but it will snap into position pretty quick once I let go. So I don't know how bad that is for this, you know, but obviously not too bad. Was doing this a fair amount before, so you don't have to worry about this getting knocked out of position a little bit. You know, it'll make its way back. So yeah, that's really about it. I'm gonna try to come up with some projects using the servo here. Again, I got 5 of these testers for about $9, so not too bad. Now that was you know, relatively cheap. Now this is a neutral position, which I guess is right there. I can turn the knob, doesn't matter, and then it seems to like this. Now I can pop this off and move it how I want. I'm not going to show that. This video is long enough. But there's also a wiper testing right there. So manual, where I can adjust the position. There we go. Had to go up there. Can adjust the position. And then neutral tends to want to go to that position, which is far left. And actually when you're turning the knob there, would be as far as it would go to the right. If I go turn the knob to the right, if I turn this way, then it goes. Now it's going to where I set it. So it doesn't keep moving as far as the wiper here though. I'm not sure exactly how far these can go. I don't think this has a stop, so if you give it the right signal, it actually can spin, kind of like a motor. But again, I don't use this servo a lot, but I definitely wanted something where I can manually move it in less than $2 each, because I bought 5 and found a seller that was selling them cheap. I think this was a pretty good deal. So that's it. Thanks for watching.